on 2K. And here's the upcoming schedule for the New York Knicks. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
And now the opening lineup for New York. Barrett is the 3, Randall the 4. Josh Hart is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Timberwolves, Conley at the guard with Edwards next to him. Inside, we got Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. And Randall drops them both. After falling in the first round of the 2023 playoffs, Clark, the Timberwolves still have some work to do.
Yep, they were hoping the Rudy Gobert trade, BA, would elevate them higher. But this is a team that still needs to grow and develop more. I think their front office is going to stay aggressive in tweaking the roster.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Outside McDaniels. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Hard against Edwards. Pass to Robinson. Outside Brunson. Robinson, a screen on Conley. Back to Robinson. The shot, no good. Good D by Gobert. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside. And Edwards, here we go. And the basket is good.
Edwards is a load to stop on the bounce simply because he's got a football player's build.
For New York, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Randall, a screen on Conley. Brunson. And Gobert with a block. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
A defensive play like that early in the game can go a long way. Establishes an attitude that you want to have during the game.
The 3, Barrett. Well, Grant, for R.J. Barrett, he pretty much knew he was going to be an NBA player.
Oh, B.A., he sure did. The #1 prospect out of high school in Florida in 2018. Did his one and done in college at Duke and followed it up with the #3 overall pick. And he has definitely delivered.
And he nails the 3rd. And nothing quite like opening night in the NBA. Clark, how nervous are some of the first-time players and coaches right now?
I think first-timers are certainly nervous. The butterflies are flying around. You just have to make sure they fly in formation. Nonetheless, when you have your first taste of being an NBA player or coach, it's a special night because you only can do a first thing one time. You cannot go more street ball than that dunk from Gobert. Wow.
Here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. This game against Minnesota is the first time they've met this year.
Yes, surprised to split the season series last year. These guys have confidence in themselves against anyone they face.
And you look at how they match up. Certainly you could see them losing, but you would still expect them to come away with 2 wins.
Now here's Edwards. Outside McDaniels. From deep. Drills it from deep.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Brunson on the drive. Rebound Minnesota. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Towns on a screen from about 16. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
For a great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
Brunson looks it over. McDaniels against Barrett. Outside Hart. A shot to stop the run. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. With the floater. And he lays it in.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Timeout called, the Knicks. And Clark, when Karl Anthony Towns is on the floor, he's one of the best big men in the NBA.
Well, you said it, the key words there, on the floor. I'm sure Cat is frustrated by the injuries he's had over the years, and he's doing everything in his power to stay as healthy as possible.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Gobert, and Milton subbed in for Mike Conley. A big group substitution here for New York. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Robinson. Roby comes in for Julius Randle. Grimes, he's checked in for Barrett, and quickly subbed in for Hart. Now here's McDaniels. Outside Milton, back to Daniels. Over to the wing, lets it go. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Here's quickly. Down low. Here's Hartenstein. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Hartenstein passes to quickly. Back to Hartenstein. Got it. Good job in the low post. Hartenstein's got his second basket.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Towns is screen on quickly. Here's Edwards. No dice from the high post.
Minnesota foul. Karl Anthony Towns. Second personal foul.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead, up by 5. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Minnesota.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
Edwards at the 2 with McDaniels at the 3. Naz Reid out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Milton in at the 1 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Edwards looking for an opening. Reid a screen on quickly. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
And the Knicks with the possession here. It's a 3-point game. Quickly against Edwards. Here's Hartenstein. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Edwards for 3. Here's Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
Exactly what they needed from Towns. Using his size and strength to box out and keep that play alive.
Edwards against quickly. The kick out to Brunson. Back to Hartenstein. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
You know, there aren't many players who are more efficient in the pick and roll than Jalen Brunson. I mean, he has mastered that set.
Towns taking his time here. Well, the jumper's good from inside 6 feet. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Quickly finds Brunson. Brunson. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And it's time for an injury report. Now an update on Julius Randle from Allie LaForce. What'd you find out, Allie?
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Knicks about his status, and unfortunately, this could be a season-altering injury. Obviously a terrible way to start the season. The good news, though, plenty of time left to figure things out for them.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
McDaniels against DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Back to Daniels. Takes the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. McDaniels got his second basket of the night.
Attacking right away. McDaniels wasting no time there.
And the Knicks call time here. A new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And Conley subbed in for Anthony Edwards. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Randall comes in for Grimes. Barrett's checked in for DiVincenzo. And it's Josh Hart in for Jalen Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. He drops it from range. Randall's got 5 now. And with players like Morant and Giannis last season getting undercut around the rim, would you support moving the charge circle out of foot, Grant?
You know, BA, that's a good idea. I mean, I don't see why not. The league wants more highlights and less injuries, so it seems to make a lot of sense to me.
New York trailing. Hart, the open shot. Anderson pulls it down. Minnesota has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Anderson with a screen on Barrett. Back to Alexander Walker. Over quickly. Here's Anderson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Josh Hart. Well, he may not be a flashy player, but Kyle Anderson is a winner, Clark.
He really is. I mean, he's selfless, understands how to play. You hear that said a lot. It's about IQ. It's about feel, understanding, gets it done at both ends of the floor, and I love the fact that he's a tremendous playmaker at 6'9".
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Quickly. Here's Barrett. Here's Robinson, and a big finish by Robinson.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Alexander Walker knocks it down from distance. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Gobert can look over the top of just about any defense right there. Delivers a nice pass.
Conley against DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. Drops in the layup for 2. Randall's got 5 points in the quarter.
Randall's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The T-Wolves on top, up by 4. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much. I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau. And Tom, what's it going to take down the stretch to win?
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Here's a hypothetical. If you guys were in your prime today and could hop onto any team, who would you pick?
That's interesting.
And we return our attention to tonight's featured game as the Knicks had a closely contested first half.
They're struggling to nail the shots right now. Selection is a big part of that. They got to work harder to find quality looks.
Yeah, these teams are playing at a faster play, Shaq. I mean, sometimes you got to slow things down to get your big fellas involved.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And on the floor for Tom Thibodeau as we get into the second half. Randall and Robinson are the tandem inside. Jalen Brunson is out there with Josh Hart. And it's Barrett in at the 3, the small forward. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns is a threat from everywhere on the court. He said, quote, if I need to shoot, I can shoot. If I need to post up, be a bruiser, I can be a bruiser. I'm not a specialist in anything. What I can do is be a very versatile player and try to do every single thing really well. Brian?
Yeah, that's the good stuff there. Allie, thank you. Pass to Conley. To the paint. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Yeah, we've seen Conley do this forever, running the point with precision.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Brunson against Conley. Barrett, a screen on Conley. Here's Brunson. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now.
Scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Here's Edwards. Soft touch off the glass. And it's a 9-point Minnesota lead.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Brunson passes to Barrett. Inside. Here's Robinson. And a foul called on the way up. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was...
Previous play is under review.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Randall against Towns. It's blocked by Gobert.
This is what Gobert is known for, his ability to swat shots away with ease.
And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Buries it from 3. Hart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. Well, Clark, no question which end of the floor Rudy Gobert makes his biggest impact.
Yeah, he's a demoralizing defender. I mean, his height and reach give him some significant advantages, but it's more than that. You don't win multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards just because you're tall and long. You got to have some toughness, you got to have some anticipation and timing, and the willingness to get down and dirty.
Minnesota in the lead. Pass to McDaniels. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Edwards for 3. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch now, he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Hart passes to Brunson. Looking to end this cold spell. Brunson with the finish inside.
Hey, that right there was a lot of confidence given the size of the disadvantage there.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
And the shot's good. Conley's gotten his second bucket on the night.
A cagey score on the inside. Conley has the smarts and he has the skill.
Here's Brunson, and Gobert with a block. Now McDaniels. He's got 6. Outside Edwards. Towns outside. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Kicks it out to Barrett. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And Minnesota calls time here. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. A big group substitution here for New York. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Robinson. Grimes comes in for Barrett. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Hart. And quickly subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And again, the Knicks missing.
You know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
59 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. Off target from three-point range.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
For 3, DiVincenzo knocks down the long J. DiVincenzo's got his first 3 points of the game.
And the three-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from there.
Here's McLaughlin. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Emmanuel quickly.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And he's good on the second. The Knicks have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Hartenstein a screen. Here's quickly. And counted from 12 feet.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
23 seconds left in the third. Outside Milton. Out to the right wing. Anderson finds Milton. Anderson with a screen. Shot from the wing. And that one drops for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Randall. Nice D from Anderson. The third quarter comes to a close. The T-Wolves on top, leading by 9. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Shake Milton out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. And that one's good. Quickly.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Minnesota shooting at around 60% in this one. Very efficient. Milton passes to Reid. Back to Milton. Reid to screen on quickly. Pass to McLaughlin. 4-3. No good. Some solid defense from Brunson. Quickly outside to the middle. Here's Grimes. Reid defending. Count it. Good. Grimes has got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, that's a big bucket. putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
So for the Knicks, Sims, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And Hart subbed in for DiVincenzo. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Gobert plays as tough at the rim offensively as anybody in the league.
With the teardrop, some solid defense from Edwards. And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. They've led by as many as 11. Outside McDaniels. The three is up. And that's good. Anthony Edwards for three. And now a 9-point Minnesota lead. New York has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Quickly passes to Brunson. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Towns is screen on quickly. Pass to Gobert. Out to the right wing. It's Edwards with a drive. The rebound by Sims. The Knicks have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. There's the triple. Oh, almost out of. And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every
Previous play is under review.
see in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he still heaved.
So for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Sims. Julius Randle comes in for Hart, and it's R.J. Barrett in for Quickly. No good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. So it's Minnesota now. They lead by 7. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. McDaniels passes to Gobert.
Trying so hard to contest that shot. You got a piece of Gobert there.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
What a performance from beyond the arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved. Unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
Josh Hart's checked in for New York. For 3, Conley. Gobert. Boy, hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The endless reach of Gobert. Those long arms sometimes seems like he's everywhere. An overwhelming presence on the offensive line.
Pass to Brunson. Back to Hart. Brunson up top. Tries to break his ice. Perfect. Right between the eyes on that one.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Gobert with a screen on Brunson. Conley goes in. Kicks it out Towns. 19-footer. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Now here's Brunson. Randle, a screen on Conley. To the inside. It's blocked by Gobert. And the whistle stops play here. It's not a clean block shot. Instead, a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randle has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy. Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Gobert finds McDaniels. Outside Edwards, 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here from behind the arc. Can't get it to drop.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
They grab their own miss. Blocked.
Big swat right there from Towns, making his presence felt on the defensive end.
Edwards can't hit. So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6. And both free throws good for Hart.
Wow, coming through for his team at the line. You're cutting this down to a very tight game.
And an intentional foul right there. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11. And Gobert with the stuff.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And that sends Jalen Brunson to the free throw line. It's on Anthony Edwards. Brunson, no good on the free throw.
With as much as Brunson handles the ball, he's going to find himself at the line in these key situations.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that puts him up 5. What a huge trip here.
Absolutely. You can feel the energy in this arena.
And the Knicks call time here. They're behind by 5. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Robinson. Count it!
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. You might as well just get out of the way when that's the case.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management is crucial at this time of the game.
And this is where leaders come through. Can Edwards cash in at the stripe? We'll see.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
Barrett passes to Robinson, and here's Brunson from the arc. They get the rebound.
Big-time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. Now it's time for the New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Edwards.